Monday morning quarterback blues. UConn loss is going to stick with a lot of UConn fans for a long time, but that's good. That's good. That's because your team's getting better.
That's a good point. Yeah.
If you went into Syracuse and got spanked, you'd be like, they're still not ready. The fact that Syracuse had to come back scratching and clawing to squeak that win out, good for them. But UConn is here. I think they're going to be fine. They're going to win a lot more football games than they're going to lose this year. And they'll figure out what went wrong in the last 6 minutes of that football game. I mean, I loved what I was watching. I was like you. I was very impressed with every facet of the game. And, again, special teams, and, they missed a field goal. What was it? It was 17-6. It could have been 17-9. And I felt like, hey, things are actually going our way now, man. Even the other team's missing field goals. And that kid missed one. So I honestly thought things were going to go UConn's way. But sometimes that's the way it is. I mean, watching some of the football games over the weekend, I don't know if you watched the Oklahoma State-Oregon game.
No, I watched the score continue to go up.
Before that game, Gundy, the coach of Oklahoma State, was bitching at the coach of Oregon, saying they spent so much more, like 6 times NIL money that we spent. Well, they beat you by way more than 6 times in touchdowns. So,
and that Oregon coach, he's he may have stole it from Dion, but he used it against Dion as well.
Yep.
Like, he is a great motivator, and taking little snippets like that and making it bulletin board material. And, yeah, he does it with the scoreboard right afterwards.
69-3 is the final, Oregon over Oklahoma State. I think 6 is kind of low for Oregon. I think they'll go up in the standings, but that's a hell of a football team. They're tough to stop.
Yeah, they look really good. The one bad beat of the week, I think, in the state of Florida, the Florida Gators losing to South Florida. They were up 16-15 and then get a personal foul from, guess what? A spitter. Guy spit on a kid from South Florida in the wrong time of the game. What a moron. Did he not watch Thursday Night Football? What a moron. Cost his team 15-yard penalty and a first down. Field goal later, 18-16 final. South Florida Bulls are still partying. Gators are wondering what the hell just happened.
Listen, you got to have discipline to play football. And, we watch it in the NFL is one thing. We watched it, I think it was the Friday night game when the lineman punched Travis Kelce in the face, got a 15-yard penalty. I saw a personal foul, roughing the passer yesterday that cost 15 yards and kept the drive going, and they ended up losing the football game. You can't take stupid penalties, especially when you have the lead, and lose your mind. I mean, that's something that the coaches have to go, dude, I mean, I shouldn't have to coach that into you by 18 years old or 19 or 20 to, understand that little things like spitting or roughing the passer, a late hit out of bounds. I saw a bunch of those over the weekend. We're still hitting guys when we don't have to hit guys. I don't understand when these guys get to a certain age that they don't understand. I've got to control my emotions at certain points in the football game.
I'm seeing it from defensive end, defensive linemen in the first week. When they're running out of quarterback, they are just throwing their hands up, and some of them are still getting called for it. The one that you may be thinking of was the Washington Commanders keeping 8-play, 5-yard away red zone opportunity alive because of a defensive lineman was running at Russell Wilson. He's fading back. He's literally just running at him with his hands up, and then kind of headbutts him just because Russell Wilson never moved. Right. 15-yard penalty. So you can see the wheels turning in some of these guys. There was another one where C.J. Stroud gets held up, literally held up. Like, the defensive lineman did not want to supplant him. He just wanted to hold him and hug him and make sure his arms couldn't throw the football and not get a personal foul. So, there's There's something going on now in between the ears of the pro. At least I saw it on week 1 of the NFL.
I still saw a taunting foul yesterday.
Yeah.
So we saw them Thursday and Friday, and then we saw them on Sunday.
Man, those Giants, though, they need more help than just what the refs can give them. That Russell Wilson did not look good. Offensive line got worked. Their defense still hangs. That Burns was all over the place. I think
Thibodeau was good.
Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, they're all great. They're ready to play. I could feel the frustration. Everybody's talking about Malik Neighbors' body language on the sideline around the game, and I'm with you, but I could feel it for him too. There were a couple of plays he makes that he had to think, like, man, is this a Pop Warner throw?
Right.
Or is this the NFL? Like, there was one, he catches one where it's like a punt, basically. It's so high in the air. He's double covered, and he just has to outwork the two guys getting them and makes the catch for like a 12-yard gain and first down. I could just see it on his face when he gets out of the tackle is, golly, man. I thought I was in the league. I didn't think I was going to have to deal with, like, chump-style quarterback play. And to give Russell Wilson a little bit of a break, offensive line did not help. Dan Campbell's really good. He knows what he's doing. But there's so many times they had the ball where they could have scored a touchdown, and either Russell Wilson reads the ball wrong, throws it to the wrong place, or Daboll makes a stupid play call. But the Giants just could not figure it out. They probably looked the worst, I would say, in the NFL yesterday. The worst.
Yeah, couldn't finish it. I watched a lot of the end of that Buccaneers-Falcons game.
Oh, man, Bake.
Yep.
Hell
Baker
yeah.
Mayfield had to win that and get in field goal range at the end of the game because Michael Penix is pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought that guy, he played really well, 27 for 42 for almost 300 yards, but at the end, when you're running like a 1-minute drill or less than a minute and you could still bring your team down the field, again, 59 minutes is not enough. You got to play all 60 minutes. So I think the Buccaneers thought they had that game. Then it gets tied. Then they got to win it. I thought that was a fun game to watch at the end.
I didn't watch the red zone coverage this week. I wasn't in a red zone kind of area or a place to watch these games, so I didn't know how the ESPN
I did.
broadcast.
It was mental.
Was it?
It was crazy. Is it Chris Rose that does it?
It used to be, or it was.
Because he does a really good job. Because some of these games were just so crazy coming down to the wire. It was a lot of fun to watch. I had never watched the Red Zone channel before.
Well, the one thing that's kind of synonymous with the Red Zone channel, I was thinking about it right around 3 o'clock, is known as the witching hour, where wins become losses and losses become wins. And there were so many, I thought. I thought the Jets fell victim to the witching hour. I thought the Falcons fell victim to the witching hour. It's just, man, this league, you never know. You give a team 30 seconds. That's 2 plays and a field goal. That is all the time that they need. The offenses, the receivers, some of the catches we saw again, the college catches from week 1, the college catches from week 2 this past weekend. I thought there was a couple kids from Syracuse. On top of the Skylar Bell catch that he made that on 4th down, there was some tip-toe catches from the Syracuse Orange that were humongous for them in that game. But in the NFL, there's just some really great receiver work on the sidelines and great catches all the way around. But
I thought the Packers defense looked a lot better with Micah Parsons on it.
Packers look great, man. They got some attitude. Definitely
Lions look like crap. I was kind of shocked.
Lions look like they lost their 2 coordinators, offense and defense. It did look like they were a different team than what we saw.
Yep.
Searching, yeah, that's a good word for it. Searching. There's some teams that are still. The Saints are still searching, but I don't know how good the Cardinals are.
Titans are bad.
Titans are searching. It's gonna be a rough rookie season, bud. Cam Ward, it's gonna be rough for them. But yeah, there's a lot of unders this week, which makes me think that the offenses still are about a week or 2 away from really clicking and getting there. But by that time, we'll see who survives because there's already some injuries that are going around. People are already dealing with things. It was a fun week 1, though. Fun week 1 of the NFL yesterday.
All right, we'll check out for a second, come back and do the first dibs question of the day, then do who we had because it was crazy over the weekend. Our man Kirk Morrison did his first game for the Raiders as they went into New England and pulled out a win. We didn't talk a lot about Vrabel's first game. I thought New England looked okay, but still at some of the positions like running back where I thought they'd be better, I was a little bit disappointing in that part of their game.
They need a home run hitter, man. They need
Yeah.
a home run hitter. They haven't had one since Randy Moss. It's been a while.
Agreed. Game changers.
Yeah.
Game changers. Some of these teams, they drafted some game changers.